Hello everyone, so this is the Kamala Das series, episode 3, and we are going to analyze the poem My Grandmother's House. If you have read any other works of Kamala Das, you must be knowing that she always gives a lot of autobiographical relations into her work. It's the same case here. This poem, My Grandmother's House, this poem appeared first in Kamala Das's anthology, which was named as Summertime in Calcutta. An anthology is a collection of poems. This collection was published in 1965. If you read her autobiographical work, My Story, then you will have a crystal clear picture of all of her work and the autobiographical content in it. Now let's begin with the poem. There is a house now far away where once I received love. Now here she is talking about her parental house, which was in Malabar, and this was the place where her childhood was spent. And when one is very young, she receives a lot of love from others, and that was the same case as Kamala. And now when she reflects back into that childhood, she sees that how it was so much better than this adulthood that she is spending, because in childhood the love that she received was pure, whereas the love that she receives now is very much superficial. People love her body but not her soul. Now here she is full of nostalgia when she says that there is a house now far away where once I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. Snakes moved among books. I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. How often I think of going there. Here, through woman, she is referring to her grandmother, and when that woman died, her grandmother died, then her house, that ancestral home, was full of silence. Snakes moved. In episode 2, we did her poem The Freaks, and there also she mentions about these snakes. She uses snakes to refer to the hollowness of something. Here she is referring to the hollowness of that place, because now her grandmother is dead and that place is devoid of love. It's hollow. I was then too young to read. Now here she is talking about her younger days, her childhood days, when she was not able to read, and her blood turned cold like the moon. Means that she was filled with so much of remorse after her grandmother's death. How often I think of going there to peer through blind eyes of windows or just listen to this frozen air. Now Kamala Das has jumped back to the present, and she says that even though her grandmother is not physically present at the place, at her house, but still she is reminded of her spiritual presence. Reading the poem, or in wild despair, pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to lie behind my bedroom door like a brooding dog. The grandmother is not present in the ancestral house, yet there is a darkness that is, and Kamala Das wishes to bring this darkness to her own place where she is residing now, because even though it is darkness, but this darkness is a sense of like relief to her, because it reminds her of the good days she had. Reading the poem, you cannot believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved. I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change. Now she says that one cannot believe, seeing the life that she is living now, that she was once loved. Here she shows a little face of her married life, of her personal life. That in her marriage, she never felt any kind of love. It was just purely sensual and nothing emotional. That is why she says, I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love. Because we also know that she had many extramarital affairs. So that is what she is referring to here by saying that I beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change, meaning like even if they give me a little amount of love, I will go to their door to receive it. Hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe.